good morning and welcome to Service F for Under 18 Federation Cup Final action between Perfect, sick.
That's all good for pitch 2, Andy, so that might come to you in about 2 minutes or so. So I'm all good to go. Yeah, you see that button. So here, this is the master. Just pull that one, and you can pull the up on screen.
Yeah, beautiful. So now I'll just turn it down a bit.
It's a bit more, so I'll just turn it down.
Cool.
So
Good morning and welcome to Service FM Stadium for the Under-18 Federation Cup Final, where Vipers FC take on Croydon FC. Strap yourselves in for what promises to be a morning of entertaining, high-intensity football as these two sides battle it out for Federation Cup glory over the next 90 minutes. I'm Anton Violi, and it's my pleasure to guide you through all the action in what shapes to be a fantastic showcase of South Australia's emerging football talent. Today's referee is Joshua Farrell, assisted by Dan Satori and Bede Nizigimana, with Ben Rogers as fourth official. The weather's held off this morning, expected quite a bit of rain, but we look like we are good to go in this Federation Cup final. Between the two sides is HBG home State League 2 South side Vipers FC, who perhaps arrive as the surprise packet of this year's competition. While many may not have expected them to reach the final, they've earned their place on South Australia's biggest cup stage through exciting and disciplined football. Their run has been nothing short of remarkable, knocking off 3 RAA and PLSA sides in their journey to the final. Standing in their way, though, will be Croydon FC from the RAA and PLSA. On paper, they'll come into today's game as favourites, boasting quality throughout the squad and experience against higher level opposition. But in cup finals, they're rarely won on paper. And we are in for a good game today. Captain for Croydon, Lockie Bolzen, and coach Giuseppe Mastrantoni. As for Vipers, Noah Ibrahim representing as their captain, and Nektarios Galanopoulos. As we tick down to the beginning of this, what's expected to be a brilliant encounter of Under-18 Federation Cup football. I'll run us through the lineups. Starting for Vipers, number 61, Mark Benzi in goals. Number 65, LB Murambinda. Number 70, Mikhail Kupecki. Number 71, Charlie Latham. Number 72, Mohammed Kamara. Number 73, Lucas Chung. Number 74, Ethan Fletcher. Number 75, Stephen Bakuru. Number 76, and their captain, Noah Ibrahim. Number 77, Jesse Manuel. And number 78, Jesse Emilov to round out the 11. We'll run us through their bench quickly. Number 66, Cooper Manu. Number 67, Max Sampson. Number 79, Liam Vetterell. Number 63, Riyad Hazabadic. Number 64, Tiago Reino. As for Croydon, starting 11, number 2, Kamara. Number 3, their captain, Lachlan Bolzen. Number 4, Harry Grimer. Number 5, Brandon Buckley. Number 6, Alasina Suleimani. Number 7, Emmanuel Wakolo. Number 8, Ali Hassani. Number 9, Idris Toure. Number 10, Liam Kritharis. Number 11, Amri Hussain. And in goals, number 31, Ewan Woodall. Round out their bench, Amidi Anuzi. Number 14, number 13, Pierre Ioannidis. Number 16, Ijaz Kionga. Number 15, Mikhail Georgiakopoulos. And number 12, Clarence Cullen. As we are underway in this Under-18s Federation Cup Final, as Vipers start us off in an early foul as Toure goes to ground pretty early. There will certainly be some nerves in some of the boys out here, in what for some of them will most likely be playing in the biggest game of football in their short careers so far. Plenty of vibes here at Service FM Stadium as we have a full day of action-packed football. In the background you can see the Croydon flags and the Vipers flags as the Ultras are out to support the future superstars of the club. This will be a goal kick for Vipers. Be Mark Benzi on the ball. Always a nervy moment. The first goal kick for a goalkeeper. Would love to get it flush off the boot. As the ball goes up, Ibrahim wins a header. Lathan leaped over the top. was unable to win, and here come Croydon. There's Toure. He goes wide. It's Wakolo who wins his side a throw in. As for Croydon, their path to the final certainly wasn't easy. As they come into this game, they defeated Metro 2-1 in the second round. They then, in a high-scoring encounter, took on Adelaide Croatia Raiders, defeating them 5-3. After that, it was Para Hills as the ball comes in here, comfortably held by Woodall. Para Hills went to extra time and then penalties, where they prevailed 4-3 winners on penalties. And then they also went to extra time against FK Beergrad, where an Idris Toure 120th minute winner sent them to the big stage today. For Vipers, well, not many people would have picked it at the start of the year, seeing a State League 2 side in the grand final, but we're all for it. And aren't they sure to deserve to be here? Knocking off 3 NPL sides in their journey today. Can they knock off their 4th? They took on State League 1 outfit Cumberland and beat them 2-1 after extra time in the first round of Cup. They then defeated Modbury Vista after extra time 5-3. West Torrens Bacala 4-0. Comets 3-2. And then Adelaide City defeating them 2-0 in the semi-final. Sees them take on Croydon today. Croydon actually did come up against Comets last week in the IAA MPOSA, and they came on top 2-1 winners. So you can say it's a fairly evenly poised matchup today. As Kopecki goes back to his goalkeeper, and Benzi goes wide. Vipers happy in possession as Benzi sends direct straight down the middle as the ball rolls past Emilov and all the way back to Woodall's feet. So he plays his centre back. Both sides will look to settle the nerves early, as being a cup final. Certainly a massive day for all the men out here. Ball was played back. Benzi did well as Croydon have an opportunity to drive here. There's Toure, there may be a foul. Toure unleashes a shot, and Benzi does well to claim. Referee's called offside, I believe. Benzi goes wide. High and wide. Murumbinder on the ball, who won his side. The throw in there. As the throw is taken back. Captain Ibrahim, he goes over the top. Opportunity here for Vipers, and Vipers have the lead already. And the backflips are out. It's Stephen Bakuru. And the State League 2 side leads 1-0 already. 5 minutes gone on the One World LED scoreboard. Stephen Bakuru grabs his second in this cup tournament. Referee's been gonna go and interfere on the celebrations. But as the rain begins to fall, it's Vipers who have the lead here at Service FM. One of them moments, Ewan Woodall, he wasn't sure whether to go or not, and it was Bakura who beat him to it. And he opens the scoring for Vipers FC. Be interesting to see how Croydon responds. No one sent long. Wakolo gives chase, but it's just dealt with by Vipers. Oh, here we go, a bit of a nervy pass back. Ends up finding its target as Toure looked to counter. There's Buckley looking to send through in behind here, and here's Kritharis. He's held up well. as Latham challenges him quite heavily. Guthara still on the floor as of now. And here Croydon again, Suleimani happy to reset back to his captain, Bolzen. And here's that press again. It's Bakura who wins the ball in a dangerous area for Vipers, and he drives forward using his pace, and he is brought down. And I reckon we're going to see the first booking of the morning. And it is. In the way of Suleimani. It could potentially be Grimer. Dangerous area here for Vipers, and what it would mean to them if they could go 2-0 up this early on. It's going to be Charlie Latham on the ball. He floats it in, headed out well by Grimer, and Croydon will look to break here. It's Idris Toure. Vipers are onto him quickly as they drive forward. Here's Wakolo, unable to get on the ball here. Maybe a little slip there. And this time it's going to be Croydon for an opportunity from a set piece. Weather has certainly waited for kickoff to get underway. We've been expecting plenty of rain today, as we most likely will throughout the rest of the day. We'll see how the goalkeepers are able to hold up. Mark Benzi's going to have a challenge here as the ball's going to be floated in. It's a good ball over the top. Opportunity here. Ibrahim does well to clear. Ball still up in the area, and Ibrahim gets a second bite of the cherry, and he now sends. And Vipers, nice little back heel. And strong defending there from Kamara. So he's able to reset through Grimer back to his goalkeeper. Grimer hits long, looking for Hussein. Hussein certainly got pace, but Kopecki does well. Slides in, and Mikel Kopecki looks in a bit of discomfort there. Maybe a little bit of a frustration challenge there from Amri Hussein. He's up and he's alright though. Interesting today to see Vipers start their top goal scorer in the cup campaign on the bench. And that's in Max Sampson. Has the 5 goals this tournament. 12 in the league as well, if you don't mind. So he may be raring to come off the bench today and see what he can produce. He'd love to add to not only his team's tally, but his tally. It's starting to get quite loud out here at Service FM. It's great to see. It does look like some of the senior and reserves boys have gotten out and about to support their under-18 side. As Vipers come forward here. Fancy skill there. Really well done in the middle of the park. One back. Let's drive forward here. It's Wakolo. He'll be held up by 2 Vipers defenders. He's pushed wide to the corner. Wins his side to throw in. Yeah, so it is interesting as Vipers' first team were knocked out in the first round, gone down 2-1 to Salisbury Inter. It may be allowed the 2 sides below. The ball slips out of the hands there. And it's going to be a reverse throw in. You can already see the weather conditions coming in tough. Yes, it may be allowed their reserve side and 18 side to drop a few players down a little bit. And certainly benefiting both Vipers sides here, as the reserves went on a decent run, making the cup quarter-final where they went down. And obviously, as we're seeing here today, their under-18 side in the big dance against Croydon. two local Western Suburbs sides, you could say. Those Vipers, they look hungry here. They look excited. It'll be interesting. So there's a foul blown going in the way of Vipers. But for a side in State League 2, they've had a few stints in State League 1. They've gone up and down over the last 5 to 8 years of Vipers. They're in a new era under Dimmy Panna. They're looking to build, and we can already see with plenty of junior sides and a very exceptional under 18s and reserve side. Obviously the reserves sit third on the ladder as well. So the future may be bright for a club that they just need a little push. They can go all the way. As Wakolo wins the ball back here. And going away as the ball's sent into Croydon's bench. It's be a throw in. Won't want the ball to slip out of the hands this time. Sends it long, headed on. Here's Latham. Ball skids through. Wide to Hussein. Hussein with some nice footwork, looking for that diagonal ball. He does well. Wakolo just couldn't bring it down as he looked to get in behind. That's a couple times now we've seen Croydon look for that diagonal ball. Their target, Emmanuel Wakolo. This time unable to get anything out of it. As Benzie will send long to a few jeers. His target doesn't meet the requirement, but he's one side to throw in further up the pitch as they gain territory. Vipers get us back underway. Thrown back to the captain. Throw comes in. Put down well. On the 1-2. As Croydon are forced to reset. Vipers are quick to get up the pitch. There's Grimer on the ball. Has a bit of space to move forward. He'll happily do it. Looks central, looking for Idris Toure. He does well to get on the ball. Here's Wakolo wide. Unleashes a shot here. And it's a good save from Mark Benzie. Had to be aware. The ball will skid on this artificial turf here at Service FM Stadium. And he makes a good save, diving to his left. Let's Croydon have a throw up, a corner kick. And you can see, if you can see in the background, right behind the goals, you can see the Polonia flags. The wind is heavily favouring Croydon in this first half, as we are going to see an in-swinging corner in the swirling wind conditions. Umbrellas are going flying too. The ball's crossed in, unable to beat the first man in Noah Ibrahim. There's Kritharis, goes back wide. Croydon going to get a second chance to come in. Good ball in. And well held by Mark Benzie as he gets play gone quickly. Looks for a throw in. Unable to beat Kamara. Hussein looks inside, opportunity, and that's dealt with well from Mohamed Kamara as Croydon come forward. Vipers come forward now. Lunging challenge. You can certainly see the notch is certainly turned up in this game. As we approach the 16-minute mark on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. If you are just joining us, it was Vipers who got an early start through Stephen Bakuru, and here come Vipers again. Well done there by Kamara. As he goes wide to Wakolo. He beats Ibrahim, and now he'll take on Mohamed Kamara of Vipers now. Looking for Toure in behind. Toure's obviously got that pace, and Toure's commit the foul. And the Vipers are able to reset. Stephen Bakuru's header into the back of the net in the 5th minute. Is what separates the two sides. Obviously still very early on. It's great to see everyone getting around and supporting their club. As Benzie launches long. Headers one. Falls to Latham. No whistle blown there. There's Kopecky. That's a trickle back to his goalkeeper. Benzie's had a little bit to do in this first period of the game. Ibrahim's well composed as he's pressed. And he's looked very solid so far as the Vipers shot stopper. There's Bakuru, does very well. There's no real pressure here as the ball goes back to Woodall. He rolls it, get us back underway. Bit of pace from the centre back. Has he taken a touch too much? An opportunity here for Vipers. Shot unleashed on the top of the box. It's 2-0! And Vipers have scored a screamer! It's Jesse Emelov! And Vipers are in dreamland early on in this grand final. Rough moment there for the Croydon defender. He took a touch too many. And Vipers pounced as they have all morning. And that is curled perfectly, so elegantly into the top right corner. And it's Vipers 2, Croydon 0. And it's Jesse Emelov who scores his 4th for the cup campaign. Another man not shy of goals. Takes his tally to 19 in all competitions. Real alarm bells now for Croydon. As we have seen, Vipers are capable of knocking off that. You can certainly argue they're far better than the league they're in. Ball's played back to Ibrahim. Now with the 2-goal advantage, it'll be interesting to see, are they happy to keep going, or how mature and settled can they be? There's Emelov again. As Bakuru goes down. Certainly not what we expected this early on. Vipers in the cup have only conceded the 6. They are heavy goal scorers, scoring 16. So now up to 18 with that 2-goal lead as the ball's in here. A few nervy moments, another shot off there. This time not into the top corner. Fair effort from Kopecky. Swung his foot at it. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Obviously, a few games going on in the background. Got the female community final in pitch 3, as we can see directly behind us, and the WMPL reserves grand final on the main pitch today. As Croydon come forward, Latham well to win back possession. Another heavy touch there from Grima this time, and Vipers are in here, and we have, as we've seen before, Bakuru has pace. He has Emelov to his left, takes a wide, ball's definitely going to come in. Cuts back, and some very good defending from Grima. Bakuru does end up winning a corner for Vipers. And could we potentially see them go 3 up here? Rain starts to come down a bit more heavy now, as all the umbrellas are unveiled. When as the ball's flicked in, it's headed out. Not dealt with. Charlie Latham on the ball. He'll look to get ball in. He goes wide to Muhammad Kamara. Repping the blue hair, may I add. But here come Croydon. Look at the pace here from Kamara. And he has a chance here. And it's another good save from Mark Benzie. Probably hard in mouth stuff there from Vipers, and that was a big chance for Croydon to get back into it. Kamara on the far right side. Looked to put it into the bottom corner, but he was met by Mark Benzie, who come up with a good stop. Going to be an in-swinging corner for Croydon into that wind. Ball is floated in. This one, and Benzie spilt. And out for another corner. He probably did all right there. Had it in his hand, bounced out at the very last moment, but he was on target, so always nervy moments there, especially in these conditions. As we have previously mentioned, something similar may come in again, as it does, this time a bit deeper. Benzie gets a hand to it, the ball's off the post, and there's calls for a goal, not given. Ball's back in the area, and Vipers escape one there. I think no one knew what had happened there. Hit the post, looked like it was very close to the line. But in the meantime, here's Charlie Latham. He's one-on-one with Grimer. Moves onto that right foot, goes low across the goals and unable to find the target. Now for a goal kick. Mark Benzie certainly got no nerves. Well, he's not showing any at least early on in this cup final. Some good stops already. He's not composed. There's Grama. Goes back to Suleimani and he goes to his captain in Bolzen. They would probably like to take control of the match from here. It's Buckley back to Grimer. He's been involved in a little bit. There's Vipers happy to sit back, but we know they can be lethal on the press. Obviously pouncing on that heavy touch before, which we saw the second go in. Ahmed Kamara takes a throw in. Unable to receive. Keep the bounce in. It's going to be a throw in for Croydon on the far side. Well, Vipers do lead 2-0, but Croydon haven't been short of chances in this first 25 minutes. It's Hussein looking for that switch again. That falls to Touré's foot. He looks to slot in through. And Vipers just have to get rid of it. And Ibrahim looking to break the lines again. Really composed from Lachlan Bolzen. Back to his goalkeeper. Up here. And Chrysaris does well and is fouled. Referee Josh Farrell took a moment to blow his whistle there, and if he hadn't, Vipers may have been in. Brandon Buckley steps away from the ball as Grimer walks up. Hasn't really got a lot short, so either going to reset or he may look for that diagonal ball, looking for Wakolo. I think that's where it's going to go. There's a bit of space if he's able to hit that ball as well. And Benzie comes out and claims. And he gets play on early here. And Grimer does well to get back there, preventing Emilov an opportunity to run in on goal. There we go. As Suleimani loses the ball. An opportunity here for Vipers to make it 3. So early on, good save by Ewan Woodall held his ground. Nervy moment there as well for Croydon, and if they saw themselves 3-0 down in this first half, be an absolute mountain to climb. Yes, plenty of time left in the game. Unfortunately, Vipers unable to capitalise this time. Croydon do sit 6th in their respective league. Some very good form coming into this. 4 wins and a draw in their last 5. Obviously in the RAA MPLSA under 18s, it's Campbelltown. They're yet to be beaten. They'd probably be quite disappointed on their absence as Vipers come forward here. It's Chung loses out. Bowls and holds up steady, unable to keep the ball in. It will be the Vipers throwing, and they're attacking third. It's for Vipers. They've been incredible this year. They've just lost 1 game. Came in round 6 against Adelaide University. They were 2-0 up actually. Unable to hold on to that. That won't faze them as they're top of their league as the ball comes in, and they currently have a 2-goal lead in the Federation Cup Final. Opportunity here, shot straight to Yule. Woodall, sorry. Croydon, a bit of play. I think the main message just to get through the first half is no extra touches required. We've already seen Vipers pounce on 2. 1 was deadly. Good touch from Wakolo. Out wide. And here's Croydon. Fancy footwork there from Kamara. He crosses the ball in. It's Toure looking well headed out. Not far, and Vipers can break here. Opportunity. Stephen Bakura has plenty on that right side. And he's fouled. And there's going to be a card here. And the second booking for Croydon. Second one on a Vipers counter-attack as well. That's Amri Hussain who goes into the book. As Latham will float the ball in. Ball looks good. Actually, there's a header. Thankfully, back into the chest of Ewan Woodall as he gets play started early. Here's Karamo Kamara. He stood up well. And that's brilliant. Defending Vipers as Benzie sends long. It's Croydon who have enjoyed the majority of possession, especially since going down 2-0. They've also created a few chances, but whenever they've lost that ball, Vipers look deadly in counter-attack. Nathan got the ball a bit tangled up there. And that's a good ball there from Chung. Opportunity. And that one ends up in the hands of Woodall. It'll be Murumbinder. Unable to get any power on his shot. Able to play out. There's Kritharis. Goes wide. Mohamed Kamara does brilliantly there to win the ball back for Vipers. Tight tussle there. Kritharis goes down. Wins the side of throw. He looks in a bit of discomfort. Both sides a minute. Let's take a breather. And get us back underway. We'll play down the back. Harry Garman drives in as well to find Hosseini, and that's wide to Hussain. Unable to keep it in. Nope. It's out for a goal kick. 31.5 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. It is Vipers 2, Croydon 0. If you've just joined us, still do believe plenty of goals to come in this game. And Sassani does really well to find Wakolo. He has space to drive. Once again, elects not to shoot. Falls to Idris Toure. Brings it down with his chest. Holds up. He loses the ball. He cries for a foul. No whistle blind. And he will blow the whistle now as Charlie Layson holds the back of his head. Looks in a bit of pain. Trainers called on immediately. There's that hard surface on the artificial. It'll be interesting with this rain now, as we have seen Croydon with the vast majority of possession. They do play on artificial at Regency Park, and with plenty of rain in Adelaide over the last month or so, they may be quite used to it. So could it potentially come at their advantage as the game does go on? As for Vipers playing on grass, they did have the under 18 boys did have their game called off last week due to excessive rain. It's going to be a drop ball. I think Croydon are going to restart us. It's going to drop to Cratharis, and it'd be interesting. Does he want to hit it on the half volley? Takes a shot. Doesn't elect to shoot. He goes wide, and he's unable to create anything out of it. And Vipers will certainly be happy to get out of that. Benzie hasn't called his team up yet, and they will go up. Obviously, kicking against the wind. The wind's slightly dropped off, but that's going off what I can see by the flags. Emila puts a bit of pressure on here, and Bakuru drives forward. He's got space, and look to send Emila through. A couple options there. Ball was a little bit too heavy. Also had Lucas Chung in attack with him. Soleimani on possession. Plays to Harry Grimer. Grimer looking to hit that diagonal ball this time. Toure's the target. Ball skids through everyone past Kamara. He does well to retain it. So opposing Kamara. And Ibrahim sends long. Yule's done well to sweep up. Flag was raised anyway. That one was offside. I reckon Vipers had two. They were a bit eager there. There's going to be a substitution made for Croydon. Emmanuel Wakolo is coming off. And we'll confirm who's come on as soon as I can work that out. He's made that straight swap on the right wing. Grimer gets us back underway. There's Soleimani. Plays the Bolzen. Bolzen heads long, looking for that overlapping run for Croydon, and Mohamed Kamara does brilliantly there to sit out for a throw-in, goal kick. It's Clarence Callan who's replacing Emmanuel Wakolo. It's the Croydon number 12. Can score from that right side. Yet to open his account in the cup. However, has 6 goals in the league, does the 16-year-old. So it'll be exciting to see what he can produce in this cup final. Yes, there's lots of time, but boy, do Croydon need something. And here's Vipers on attack again. Well, then there, Catharis unable to win the ball as the ball sent wide. And Moombin is unable to keep it in. Nice skills there in the middle. As he looks to send the ball in, the flag is raised though. Vipers unable to do anything up. Actually, it does look like Vipers have made a change as well. Max Sampson, the striker who we've just seen running in behind there, has entered the field of play. We discussed earlier, he's their top goal scorer. Not sure who has come off. And that's good defending from Kopecky. Oh, and bit of afters on the ball there. Kopecky's gone to the ground, and the Vipers boys are straight into him. It's Brandon Buckley involved. Brandon Buckley is going to go into the book for Croydon's third yellow card. Certainly you can see the frustration starting to kick in for Croydon. It's ball sent long. Here's Croydon in attack. It's Kratharis. And able to find Buckley. There's Ibrahim does well, and Lathan unable to keep it in. Ball's thrown in, Ibrahim wins. Sampson may be in here. He knocks the ball over the top. Croydon very strong in defense, and temper's starting to flare here. Referee Josh Farrell happy to stop playing as the ball goes wide. Looking for Cullen, and it's going to be Cullen coming against Kamara. He beats him but doesn't get past Ethan Fletcher. Just gets the ball completely out of harm's way. So the clock ticks down towards the first break. It's Vipers for 2-0 lead as the ball falls to Tura. He gets the ball across box here, and there's the answer. Croydon make it 2-1. And it's Liam Kratharis is able to get the tap in the 6-yard box and is finally able to beat Mark Benzie. The game's certainly starting to heat up, and Croydon have their goal 5 minutes from the half. And there's going to be a foul there on Grimer, to the disgust of the Vipers fans. And Croydon now have their heads up. Oh, and certainly you can hear the crowd getting into it. Sent long with their hands. No, but Sampson will run after it, and Vipers have a throw in. You can see the emotion. So the boys are certainly starting to get to him as the game becomes more physical, a bit more feisty. Croydon need to be careful as they have 3 players already on yellow cards in this first half. Kamara throws it in, bowls and goes to Crown. He's able to deal with it. Mohamed Kamara hits down the line, looking for Sampson. And dealt with here. Now that Croydon have found that reply. Vipers able to hold their own. I think we're in for a high scoring encounter. There's a lunging challenge there from Jesse Manuel. No advantage able to be played. I do believe it is the goal scorer, Jesse Imilov, who has been replaced by Max Sampson. As Grimer will send the ball in. He does. It's floated. Heads are up. Ball's going to loop off the crossbar. Croydon appeal for a corner. It's come off the overside of the crossbar. Out for a goal kick. Slight relief there for Vipers. As the pressure certainly is on them now. As we get closer to half time. Be very interesting. Croydon with the momentum, but if they were able to grab one more before the half, they will come out firing. The ball's flicked on. Sampson. And just side a throw in. Here's Manuel for Sampson. Johnny went after it, and same situation, just a couple metres forward. Sampson takes his touch. There's Noah Ibrahim. All the way back to the goalkeeper. He's happy to send long. Going to break them lines again over everyone. You can see that ball is happy to skid on, especially in the wet. I did look at the ground prior to the game and it was very dry. I can certainly say that's not the case anymore. For a Croydon throw in on the far side. Gets us underway. Hasani, who plays it back to Grimer. Here's Brandon Buckley. Looks for Amri Hussain. Holds up, gets onto his right foot. And Stephen Bakuro does well on defensive duty. These are the moments you need your attackers defending so late in the first half. And once again, for the second time this game, we've seen a throw in not really being thrown in, as it slipped out the hands. And over the top in Croydon's way, and can Viper start? And here's Mohamed Kamara. He looks to send through Chung. Play back to Woodall, and he's just happy to get rid of it. Beat him, but the flag is raised, and he just unable to get back inside onside there. Probably wasn't expecting that ball, but it did fly through to him. Things could have been different had he been on. We do enter stoppage time in this first half. The Vipers will be happy to see it through. It's like every second on the clock. Do suspect this one's going long. Long and wide. Oh, lands heavily. Once again, that one's going to be sore tomorrow if it's not right now. Good to see Karamo Kamara back on his feet. Certainly looked a bit of a nasty fall. It's sent long by Bolton. Going to go all the way through to Benzi. That's his leg. Hopefully his last kick against the wind. In fact, it's going to be the last kick of the first half. And here at Service FM Stadium, In the Under-18 Federation Cup Final, we have Vipers 2, Croydon 1. It was Vipers who went 2-0 up quite early on. It was Stephen Bakuru and Jesse Emilov in the 5th and 18th minute. But it was a tap-in by Liam Kritharis in the 40th, 5 minutes prior to half-time, who brought things level. He brought things back on track for Croydon, should I say, sorry, as they'll be much happier trailing by 1 goal than 2 at halftime. We're going to take a short break here on live broadcast, and we will be back live and ready for the second half of this Under-18s Federation Cup Final. Good morning and welcome back to Service FM Stadium for our Under-18s Federation Cup Final between Vipers and Croydon. If you've enjoyed an early morning sleep in, it is Vipers who took a 2-goal advantage in the 5th minute and the 18th through Stephen Bakuru and Jesse Emilov before Croydon were able to get back on track, making it 2-1 5 minutes before half time. That was through Liam Kritharis. Could argue a few shaky moments for that Croydon backline, leading to a few potential goals. But other than that, they've looked a lot more stable towards the back end of that first half. Obviously finding one just before half time swings the momentum well and truly in their favour. Both sides making early substitutions in that first half. The goal scorer, Jesse Emilov, making way for Max Sampson for Vipers. So there's a like-for-like change up top for them, and Emmanuel Wakolo made way for number 12, Clarence Cullen, who's come on that right-hand side in attack for Croydon. The weather certainly isn't taking it easy on us this morning here in Jeps Cross, and it's probably not going to get any better for the rest of the day. But we are set for action in this second half of the Under-18s Federation Cup Final. And it's going to be Croydon to get us underway. Idris Toure to start us off. He had a few chances in that first half. He's looked dangerous, and he does know how to put the ball in the back of the net. So a very exciting 45 to come up here at Service FM Stadium as we're underway. You can already see the bars already being lifted. Players are coming out intense. Quick ball movement early. There's Sampson, goes wide. And here come Vipers early. Maybe a little bit of hesitation from Ewan Woodall, but he's had it under control and we'll read back to him. Oh, and a slip there from Bolton, the captain. And Max Sampson looks to pounce, and Bolton goes to ground again. It must be slippery out there. Very nervy moments very early in this second half for Croydon. He's just seen about 3 slips in the space of about 30 seconds. And there's Bolton this time, happy to just get rid of the ball. He will certainly be happy to see that one gone. Ball thrown in. Mohamed Kamara looking for his captain, and here's Idris Toure. He will look to drive forward, waits for a bit of support, and he does have support this time. And does very well to be. And Toure with a nice ball here. Opportunity for Croydon early, and great save there from Mark Benzie once again. He's been switched on all game, and that one may hurt him quite hard in the torso. So he made himself big. And that's the things you sign up for as a goalkeeper, I guess. First real chance of the second half gone Croydon's way. Could well have been 2-2. That was good work there from Toure to hold it up, and then Callan came, took on a defender, and Croydon were in. Short ball. It's whipped in. Dealt with by Vipers. Here come Vipers through Max Sampson. Well done by Kamara. There's the captain, Bolton. He's moved over. Just resets through Kamara. And now this is what we did start to see in that second half. Croydon happy to hold up a bit of possession and take control of the game as they look to break the lines through. And here's Oh, we're really well swept up by Benzie. And there's going to be pressure here. An opportunity for Croydon. Once again, nervy moments there from Kamara and... was it Murray Binder? He was ready to pounce. And Croydon just... they're able to minimise them nervy moments in the back line. They're set for potentially a successful result. And Mohamed Kamara does very well. Rocking that blue hair. Go back to his keeper and Benzie headers one back. Captain to captain. That is. Here come Croydon now. Is Toure looking. That was looking for Anzarini, who has been subbed on in this second half. 100% who for? It could be Ali Hassani. No, my apologies. I reckon it's going to be as Vipers come forward. Seen out by Grimer. I reckon it's going to be, it's Amri Hussain who's made way. And Croydon are on. Went for a little bit of a... Croydon come forward, ball should skid through. And Kamara's let it run and Benzie onto again and another heavy fall. And Bolton, he knows he had to get back up. That's the Croydon captain. Here's Idris Toure. Looking to go forward. With Kamara on that right side. Here we go. It's Cullen. Drives at Kamara. He's held up, but there's 3 defenders on him, so a few appeals for a penalty. Kamara. Back to the goal scorer, Liam Kratharis. Grama switches wide. Unable to be kept in there. Ball thrown in. And there's Stephen Bakuru. Demanding a foul and slid in well. There goes Lucas Chung. The Vipers bench are up and about. Pot's certainly starting to boil, and we're only 51 minutes into this Under-18 Federation Cup Grand Final. It is Vipers who still have advantage. It's going to be interesting to see if they can hold it off. Went for a bit of walk through half-time. Check out the atmosphere. It is certainly wet. For those braving the weather, plenty of umbrellas out. Did come across a familiar face in Socceroo. Superstar Mohamed Toure. Great to see him out here supporting local football. However, I do suspect he may be out here to support not only his junior club Croydon, but his little brother Idris Toure. If he can take some inspiration from his brother Toure, Idris Toure will be set for the big stage, and here he is now. Strong challenge from Noah Ibrahim. Comes off a bit worse for wear there actually as he limps on with it. And it's Woodall. And Bolton now, he's going to be shut down by Sampson. As well to find Anzarini. Loses out. There's Lucas Chung. Looking to get through, and Bolton comes up sweet. Nervy moments there for the goalkeeper. It does very well there. Only as far as Mohamed Kamara though. Now Vipers are starting to look dangerous. Here's Lucas Chung. Nice ball in here. Opportunity to make it 3, and it is 3. It's Vipers. And there's more backflips. And it's Stephen Bakura at the double. Once again able to get himself in behind. And you could probably argue against the run of play. But Stephen Bakuru has his second. And that's 53 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And Vipers restore their 2-goal advantage, which was broken with 5 minutes to go in that first half. Amazing atmosphere. It must feel special for these boys to represent their clubs in a game of this caliber. And can Croydon screw their heads back on? The ball's sent out. Now with their lead, there may be a different approach to retaining that 2-goal lead come the 54th minute opposed to the 18th minute when they scored their second. There's Bolton. Sampson will look to shut down Grimer and goes wide. Yep, then he wins the ball. And you can hear how vocal the Vipers faithful are. They must feel all of this, the State League 2 club. And here, driving forward, is Cullen, but he's unable to do anything. He does win his side a throw in. It's brought in by Kamara. And here's Clarence Cullen again. Same ball whipped in, beats everyone. Opportunity, falls to Toure. He's shut down, he might get a second bite. Does get a shot off. Saved by Benzie. Does very well. He was blindsided there, Mark Benzie. And here's the man of the moment, Stephen Makuro. He's held up well by Kritaris. Uses his strength, does Bakuru. Almost wins his side of throw-in. It does look like that would be the Vipers' first team. They're the real vocal ones in this second half. I don't care about the weather. They've all been in this situation before. They know what it's like to be an under-18 player. Some of these boys repping their junior clubs as well. Ooh. Their junior age groups in the YPL. Benzie happy to take a few seconds off the clock. He'll send long. This time he has the wind in his backing. As the ball swirls up in the air, the captain Bolton does well. There's Sampson. And they're going to make a real impact here. And Bolton does well and slips once again. Real heavy stuff here. And there's Latham. Probably not happy about that one. As the foul is given against Vipers. And we'll restart to quickly through Croydon. So we'll still need to get a move on. Big cry of handball. They rebounded off the arm of Toure as he looks to send an opportunity in behind. And Mark Benzie equal to it again. Quick to get us on the way. Through Mohammed Kamara. He only gets as far as Kamara. And Ibrahim may be a bit slow to that, but Vipers happy to reset. All the way back to the goalkeeper. He launches long. Seen out for a throw in. As Kamara gets us underway. Able to keep it in. Here's Clarence Cullen. Kamara throws it in. Sampson couldn't really do much there. Ends up winning his side of throw in. Bolton goes up here. Where the target. Way back to Benzi. Play through to Fletcher, and Fletcher does well to find Mohamed Kamara's head. And he does well to retain possession. And here's our captain, Ibrahim. Goes wide to Bakuru. Stephen Bakuru has that overlapping run, does elect to go for it as Vipers drive here with pace. It's Latham looking for Sampson. But when he goes as far as Chung, he's looked good in this second half. And here come Croydon on the break now. And Bakuru does very well to win the ball. Hussein, who I did say was subbed off earlier on, and my apologies for that error. As Croydon come forward with their defence, shut down quickly by Chung. Some fancy footwork there from Kamara to beat Kamara, but Kamara wins it back from Kamara. The Kamaras still go at it. Ball falls up. Here's the captain, Bolton. Opportunity for Toure. He goes wide. We're happy to play with a bit of possession, and Bakuri goes well to get a foot in. Rama's got to be composed here. He does very well. As the ball's floated in here, Mohamed Kamara does well at the back stick. He defends it, but it's not done with yet. Here's Croydon. Opportunity here for Hosseini. He goes wide. Sliding conditions, and Jesse Manuel did very well there to prevent Braden Buckley. Croydon now looking to respond. And throw in one. Emmanuel. Here's Noah Ibrahim. Has a bit of space to drive. He looks to go wide. One there again by Murrumbinda. Can he stamp his mark in this game? Play back. It was Jesse Emelov on the ball. Another player who I believed had made way. No, he hasn't. So my apologies for that once again. Sorry, Jesse Emelov, the Vipers' second goal scorer. Fantastic finish as he was able to curl it into the top right corner. Bosent as well. Mohamed Kamara gets us back underway. Here's Harry Grimer on the ball. It will be shut down quickly by Murrumbinda, but he sends long. Looking for Toure, not too happy. There. Referee Josh Farrell says no, as they exchange a couple words. Rain still continues to fall here at Service FM Stadium. Mara gets his foot to it. No one's able to keep it in. Mohamed Kamara down the line. Some hands there on Emelov. There's no Ibrahim. This is out. Here is Stephen Bakuru on that right side once again, as Bakuru will go 1-to-1 with Grimer. This time shoots, and he scored! Stephen Bakura has a hat-trick in the grand final! And Vipers have a 4-1 lead! Take a bow! He absolutely smashes it across the goals! And Vipers are well on their way to something massive, not only to these boys, but to the entire club. Bakura has 3. And we are witnessing something amazing at Service FM Stadium. And Croydon get us going early. Here's the comeback out of their hands now. There's certainly still time, and we know, especially in games like this, and as they come forward here again through Stephen Bakuru. Leaves a bit there on Ali Hussaini. Not that he needs to make his presence any more known. Croydon get us going. At the moment, Kritharis goes to Grimer. What can Croydon conjure up here? St. Long. And Bolton. There you go. That's your composed centre back that we love to see. Ball sent long. Benzi sends long. Looking for Kamara. This ball goes up to Emilov as well, who's replaced Samson. An opportunity here for Croydon. There's Bakura again. Hear that cute little flick through to Emilov. And Croydon come forward once again for the fresh legs. Ball across the box, and Benzi does well. That was Peter Ioannidis who enters the stage. As the ball goes wide here, and it's Jesse Emilov again. Held up by Grimer, gets a shot off, unable to keep it down. With 66 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And indeed, 66 minutes it has taken me to realise that under 18s is interchange. Hence the changes. A new player will enter the field of play here. It's going to be Kamara switching to the other side, and that's Ijaz Kionga join in to the play, looking to grab something for Croydon here. Vipers will be happy to hold possession. Back to Benzi. He does well. If you just think if Vipers could grab a fifth here, and if they want a fifth, that man there on the right wing, Stephen Bakura, is the target they need. Let's play back to Woodall. Stephen Bakura, only the 1 goal in the cup campaign. He's now increased that to 4 in the biggest game of the cup campaign. That is. Obviously, a player for Vipers who has featured in their first team. So you can already see the Vipers are happy to give blood to their young superstars. Opportunities in that first team. It's featured 6 times for their first team. 7 times in the reserves, and he has a return of 5 goals there. As we're going to see another change for Croydon. It's going to be Idris Toure to make way for the time being. We're back underway. Critharis, Croydon's lone goal scorer. Just bowls in. Nice little ball up. Curry does well. And Vipers will get to reset their defensive shape. Bowls in hasn't really got many options. Maybe just switch it wide. There's a long ball. Looking for Anzarini. Vipers look to attack forward here. Again, there's Emilov. To Bakuru. He's met by Grimer. Grimer resets to his goalkeeper, Ewan Woodall. And it's this man here, Lachlan Bolton. Can he get his side back up and running as the clock ticks down? There's a mature age captain, 18 years old, Lachlan Bolton. You can certainly see there's class there by him. And he's getting a lot more on the ball here. Very composed as he's shut down by Chung. Yes, Hosseini plays back. Critharis. He's wide to Kamara. Kamara looking for that wide run. It is up and it's... Benzi's going to be first to it. As we enter the final 20 minutes of the 90. It's Vipers 4, Croydon 1. And as it stands, HPG Home State League 2, Southside Vipers, the Giant Killers, are on for their 4th win over NPL sides. We put back early, they defeated Adelaide City, they've defeated Bacala, and they've defeated Adelaide Comets. Next on that list, right now, is looking like it's going to be Croydon FC. Looks like there's just a little bit of energy taken out of the game. Ball sent long. There's Ibrahim, who's met with the ball. Who's out. Novi moments there again. And Croydon, Hijaz Kionga does well to let it run through to his goalkeeper. There's Manuel. Ibrahim. Benzi will be shut down pretty quickly, I do suspect. As it's starting to become desperate times for Croydon. There's Mohamed Kamari, just happy to see the ball out. Kionga takes the throw in, he'll get a second opportunity at it. Here's Croydon through Hosseini. Back to Critharis. All the way to Grimer, who switches the play forward as they come forward here. It's Kamara for Croydon. He opens up, forced to retreat. Back to Ioannidis. It's going to be a very long, I'm going to say 20 or so minutes for Vipers. As for Croydon being down 4-1, it is going to fly. So they need to conjure something up as soon as possible. And now might be the opportunity of a free kick won by Peter Ianidis. It's going to be sent in. By Liam Kritharis on that left foot. Their lone goal scorer. The ball does come in. Dangerous ball. The captain goes up for it. And only as far as Mark Benzie. Would have been the perfect moment for Lachlan Bolson to stand outside. Ball's over the top. Grimer's happy to let it run. Heads back to Woodall. He gets play underway quickly. Switch play. Now to Kionga. He'd have fresh legs. Bit of a foul on Bolson. And Croydon happy to get play back underway. As Sampson gives chase to Grimer. Bolson still not up and ready behind play, but he's now as Sampson tries forward. Looks to find his toe at the outside of his boot, unable to find. Lachlan Bolson will bring it forward. Looking for options, unable to find something, and Vipers look more hungry here. And here's Fletcher, wins the possession. It's Max Sampson. Unable to keep the ball. 75 minutes gone here at Service FM Stadium in this Under-18s Federation Cup Final. On the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, it's Vipers 4, Croydon 1. Here come Croydon. Can they grab something? Very strong defending. There's Kamara. Switch all the way across. Grimer's going to have to give chase. He takes on Bakuru. Maybe a bit of fatigue. Settling in. Unable to win this side, a foul here. And here come Vipers. It's Murrumbinda. Does well. He loses out to Callan. Uses some hands on Kamara. Mohamed Kamara not too happy there. I'm sure he will be happy with his 4-1 lead right now. He looks to receive possession, and Zarini does well. Ioannidis. He's held up. Does well to win a throw-in. Sorry to George Oplis. It's going to be sent back as a few changes are made. Ali Hassani departs, and more notably Stephen Bakuru. He gets an applause from the crowd. The hat-trick hero today for Vipers as it stands. The ball's thrown in. And here's Max Sampson. Thanks on Kritharis. Wants to go back. There's Chung. Goes over the top. No. There's Bakuru there. Croydon bring forward as Kritaris. Look to reset. Grimer will look to drive. He's cramped up there. It's Kamara. And Croydon come forward. There's Georgiopoulos. Goes wide. Chance here for Callan. He goes toe to toe with Kamara. Gets a shot off. No real threat poised there. Hazovic and Kuru swapping wings. I believe they'd made a sub earlier doing the same thing. There's Bowles in. There's the Kritaris. Desperation starting to kick in now for Croydon. They just can't get past this Vipers defence in this second half. Something they looked very good at in the first half. Just unable to find the net, obviously, until the 40th minute, where the deadlock of the Vipers' defence was broken. It's a very nervy kick. Benzi looking for Sampson. Flag is up. Mark Benzi in goals. It's been exceptional today, particularly in that first half, where Croydon could have had 2 or 3 more to their tally. We tick down here at Service FM. Some real fancy footwork here. Goes all the way. Wide to Cullen. He gets an opportunity on his left, gets a shot off. Unable to provide any threat with that weak foot. There's Bakuru. Loses out to Cullen. Cullen's looked dangerous on that right side the last few minutes. Offside of play, there's Ibrahim. And he wins his side a foul. Bowles in out of position to pull the ball through, and here's an opportunity for Vipers to finish the game, and it's 5-1. It's Charlie Latham, and Vipers are well and truly on their way to Federation Cup glory. Everyone's come down to celebrate, and you dare say now, with 9 minutes to go, Vipers are going to be champions. Just got the thumbs up from Dimmy Panna, the Vipers first team coach, and he must be thrilled, as will everyone. Take nothing away from these boys. This has been an incredible run. And it's well deserved, may I say. Phenomenal in attack and defence. And here is an opportunity. Chung wins it back. As Croydon come forward now. You would assume now many people would probably believe it's over. Have seen crazier things, however, as we see the ball slip out of the hands. It's going to be sent back to retake the throw in. It's going Croydon's way, actually. Five goals for Vipers. And here we go now, and this could be that. Bakuru looks to chip. Woodley probably has had a lot more time than he would have expected. He'll probably be a bit disappointed he wasn't able to grab a fourth there. And that really should have been 6. Not going to take anything away from him though, because he has been phenomenal today. And you can see Croydon are just going to throw everything. There's really not much they can lose now. They've defend with minimal numbers as they go forward through Kamara. Can he grab something here for Croydon? Penalty cry, not given, and Vipers are going to counter it again, as they've done so well and effectively in this Federation Cup final. There's Georgiopoulos. And there's frustration. Bit of frustration starting to tick in now. Referee signals for a few changes. Lucas Chung's going to come off. He's looked very good in this second half. We give birth to a few more Vipers boys who are able to soak up in these last few minutes. And this time, there's your superstar, Stephen Bakuru. He has also made way. This time I can confirm. A hat-trick hero. There's Sampson. Here comes Croydon. Still looking to attack. Can he unleash his shot? Hussein unable to, and it's dealt with. There's Kritharis, he's shut down quickly. They're still eager here, they're hungry for more goals, our Vipers. Kritharis does well. Still in possession actually. There's as Grimer brings forward. There he goes wide. Mohamed Kamara does very well there to prevent Cullen from creating any danger. And it's out of harm's way for a throw-in. It's going to be a throw-in for Croydon. They get us back underway. It's out for a goal kick. Vipers can... You can almost argue they've got both hands on that trophy now. Unless we can see something really special here at Service FM, but we've already seen something really special in this State League 2 side. They've gone all the way. They're able to keep their nerve. They'll definitely look to go all the way, continue their top of the ladder form in HPG Home State League 2 South. As Cullen tries the ball up, and then come final series, they will certainly want to go all the way there. As for their first team, they sit third, State League 2 South. It would be amazing if they were able to find a way to get into State League 1 next year. But these boys, not just the 11 on the pitch, every staff member, every player, every parent that comes out to support these boys week in, week out, they've done a phenomenal role in which has led us to see this amazing story. As the ball comes in by Kritharis, Benzi unable to punch, chance here for a consolation, and there you go, cleared off the line by the defender. They will not let anything past. Amazing display, very mature by the Vipers. They're still willing to give 120% on everything, whether they've won the game or they haven't. As the ball's floated in here, it's headed out. Pressed. It's going to be out for a Croydon throw in. All the way back to Kritharis. He goes to Kamara. Drives forward. Lockie bowls in now. Kritharis has a bit of space to drive into. Unfortunately, he's kept in very well there by Hussein. Strong challenge by Kamara, does well to win the ball. And Vipers will come forward on the break here. One back by Kritharis. You can argue he's been one of the standout players for Croydon in this cup final. Here he is on the ball again. back and forth. Once again, goes wide, and Kamara's been super solid on that left fullback. And Samson's forward if he's able to be found. No, he wasn't. He would have loved to get on the scoreboard with the young striker if he could have added to his tally. With 5 goals in this cup campaign. Gonna be a throw in taken by Kamara. Here he goes back away to Fletcher. Fletcher back to Benzi, and Benzi's happy to just get rid of it. Does well to find Ibrahim. Grammer comes forward for Croydon. Georgiopoulos holds up. Goes back to Bolton. Preferis might look to unleash. Does unleash. Unable to gain any power in the shot. Benzi shut down quickly there by Amri Hussain. Sends long, and here's Max Sampson. Swept up brilliantly by Woodall in goals. And cut out well there. And maybe time for one more. As we tick down into the last 30 seconds of the 90. Grimer brings forward. There's Kyunga looking for Callan. Loses out. Play back all the way to the goalkeeper. His left. And there's Bolton. This is his strength. And Croydon up. And Vipers will come forward through Latham. As far as the goalkeeper. Chrysaris brings it forward. We're now in stoppage time. Five goals to 1 in favour of Vipers. And shortly they will be crowned Under-18 Federation Cup champions. Dug into a few statistics. I was unable to find the last time a State League 2 side had ever gone this far, let alone win the competition. And Mark Bensi boosts the ball high up into the sky onto the roof of the grandstand of Service FM Stadium. They know now, certainly in the coming minutes, you're going to hear a loud roar. Everyone on that Vipers bench is up. There's a foul, and here's an opportunity. Georgiopoulos gets a chance here, and once again, desperation defending from Vipers. And there it is! Vipers are your Under-18s Federation Cup champions. They have defeated Croydon 5-1. You can see the celebrations. The players run on to the field to enjoy the celebrations with their teammates. What a massive achievement. Take nothing away from Croydon though. They've done amazing to come this far. And while it might seem absolute heartbreak for them, they're a very talented young squad, and certainly won't be the last opportunity for a lot of them. Really wholesome moment just in front of me. Lucas Chung has ran over, jumped into the crowd, which I believe his family. He's given them all a big hug. Goals to Stephen Bakuru, the hat-trick hero in the 5th minute, 53rd and 63rd minute. It was Jesse Emelov who made it 2-0 for Vipers, and Charlie Lathan put the icing on the cake to make it 5. Lone goal for Croydon, going Liam Kritharis' way. as he gave Croydon some hope. However, that was not enough, as Vipers in this second half absolutely dominant. Got to give them props. What an amazing display. What an amazing story here at Service FM Stadium this morning. Congratulations to Vipers FC. Very, very bright signs ahead for the club with that young group of boys. And I'm sure it doesn't end there. Thank you for tuning in here at Service FM Stadium for this U18 Federation Cup Final, as we have crowned Vipers the champions. I'm Anton Violi, your host. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to catching up soon. And we'll enjoy the post-game celebrations. Looks like everyone's got involved. A big club photo. Absolutely well deserved. A story that will be written in history. Congratulations to Vipers. Thanks for tuning in to the FSA League's YouTube channel. I'm Anton Violi, and we'll catch up soon. Thank you.